Hello friends, Iceberg with Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson, and today I'm going to take you through a quick walkthrough of the all-new 2020 Harley Davidson Dtreet Glide Standard. Just as in previous years with the Dtreet Glide, you do get two options on this motorcycle. This is going to be the standard, and then you do also have the Dtreet Glide Special. The main difference between the two, obviously, is going to be the engine displacement. But we're talking about the standard, so let's get on it with the engine on this bike. This has the Milwaukee-Eight 107. This is going to be a 6-speed transmission, and I can tell you personally, owning a Milwaukee-Eight 107, that these motorcycles have power for days. No matter what gear you're in, you're getting all that exciting Harley Davidson torque, and you're definitely going to have plenty of power on the interstate to keep passing, even up in your 6th gear. Let's talk about the braking system on this motorcycle. Up front, you're going to have the dual disc front brakes on there. ABS is standard on these motorcycles now. A little bit later on, I am going to talk about what is optional and what is standard on these motorcycles, because we do have a lot to talk about with the brand new Reflex riding defense system that Harley has put out. That is an option on this motorcycle, but on all of your touring motorcycles, ABS is now standard. Another nice upgrade on the braking system is going to be the electronically linked system now. So what this does on these motorcycles, on the Dtreet Glide and your other touring motorcycles, this is going to apply pressure to both front and rear brake system, whether you're just pulling onto the front brake or if you're using the rear brake pedal. So in certain stopping situations, so this is going to be nice because it's applying the correct pressure across the board from front and rear, no matter if you're just using the front brake or the rear brake. I really do like this option and upgrade on these motorcycles. I feel that braking is something that sometimes maybe gets a little bit left and not talked about much, but with this new braking system, I am excited about these bikes. I was able to take this motorcycle out for a short spin, kind of put that to the test, and you can really feel the upgrade and the difference now having that electronically linked braking system on these bikes. Let's move up and talk about the iconic Batwing Fairing. Nothing has really changed on these fairings in years. They provide excellent wind protection, really nice buffering system. You do have your vents up on the up front. Now, the one thing that I have noticed on the 2020 models that they did get rid of is your button option on closing these vents. They are now left open. I know that reading a lot of things and hearing things from customers as well, that button would constantly rattle, kind of drove people nuts. I've even known some people who have taped them off to get them to stop rattling and making noise. That could be a reason Harley discontinued them, but it does just kind of clean up the dash a little bit as well. And then moving down to where you have the beautiful Boom Audio 4.3 system in these motorcycles. Your larger and your specials are going to have the GTS system. The standard does come with the Boom 4.3 system. Now this is going to still have the same 6-inch tempered glass screen. It is all glove friendly. You're going to be able to work the entire screen no matter what kind of gloves you're wearing. You're going to be able to sync your phone up through Bluetooth, navigation system. You're going to be able to run all your apps through it. It's a very, very nice system on here. You do have the 2 speakers complementing inside here. You're getting 25 watts per channel. These systems sound fantastic on these Dtreet Glides. Moving to the gas tank on this Dtreet Glide, you have the 6-gallon gas tank on here, which is perfect on your touring models. You are going to want to ride this bike very long distances, and this is going to keep you on the road more than having to hit the pumps. Speaking of comfort on these motorcycles, moving to the center where you have the very nice Harley Davidson 2-up touring seat on here. These are extremely comfortable seats meant to go the distance. You do have the very nice lower back support, and as I said, your passenger is going to be nice, riding comfortable on here as well. You do also have the 2-up passenger pegs, so this bike needs nothing unless you want to put a nice little tour pack or a quick detach hardware on here to add a little bit more comfort for your passenger. Let's talk about the new paint scheme for 2020 on this motorcycle. This has the Stiletto Red. This is a really rich red, unlike any other red that Harley's put out. And I do apologize that I was not able to do this video out in the sunshine. We have some rain today, but I am still going to take the camera over and show you some of the detail in this paint. So along the striping in here, just under that Harley Davidson logo, inside that striping, you have hundreds of the little HD badges running through there. I just thought this was such a nice compliment on these motorcycles. Just a really nice paint scheme running across the fender, running across your saddlebags on the back. Just a beautiful paint job, and when you do get it out in the sunlight, you can really see some of that very nice silver flake that's under the red kind of coming through, and those little badges running through all the side lines on there really pop out on this bike. All right, as I talked about earlier, showing you a couple of things that were standard, like your ABS, your new electronically linked brake system. Now let's go ahead and talk about some of the optional upgrades you can do with the Reflex Riding Defense System. Two of these are kind of combined. You now will have your cornering ABS system and your cornering electronically linked brake system. The two kind of work together as part of this rider defense system, to where if you're coming into a corner hot, the ABS is not going to let you lock your tire up if you really hit onto that front brake or onto your rear if you're coming into a corner a little hot. And then having that electronically linked brake system working with the ABS is really going to help you get the proper pressure on your brakes. The motorcycle is going to kind of read your lean angle, going, okay, you're at this angle, you need this much braking to kind of come through and cut through on this corner. Because look, all of us as motorcyclists, we've been out places where we haven't ridden before, we're enjoying ourselves, we're kind of getting after it on the throttle, and then we come up on one of those turns where it's like, oh man, I'm not prepared for this, and you really kind of have to hammer into it. Having these two systems combined, really utilizing that brake system and the new technology is going to be something pretty awesome, and I'm pretty excited to be able to take it out and really kind of get after it into a corner and utilize some of that system. Once again, that is optional with the brand new Reflex Rider Defense System. If I hadn't touched on it before, that system is going to run you around $1,000 to install on your motorcycle, but the upgrade options are very, very nice on it, especially with the new braking system. Another thing for cornering in this new Reflex Riding Defense System is going to be your enhanced control traction system. This is really going to come in handy on kind of the road conditions when you are riding out in the rain, when you're maybe on a little bit slicker roads. This is definitely going to help as part with the braking system. Now the traction control system is definitely going to keep those tires from spinning out on you when you are coming into a corner. The bike's really going to help you with all of this stuff, keeping your bike in a nice straight line, or really determining your lean angle as you're coming in, helping you cut through those corners on some of your slicker road options. Another part of the new Reflex Ride Defense System is going to be the drag torque slip control. This is really going to come in handy. As we all know, we've been out there hammering it too, and we come down and we drop that gear and your whole bike kind of shimmies on you a little bit. This is going to completely eliminate that. So if you're out hammering on it, you find yourself in a situation where you need to drop down from fifth to fourth, your bike is not going to shimmy on you. That back wheel isn't going to kind of get away from you. It's going to hold the bike in a perfect straight line. Once again, just a nice new upgrade, part of that Reflex Ride and Defense system. And last but not least with this system, you are getting the vehicle hold. Now what this is going to do, it's basically like a hill assist in your car. So if you are sitting on a steep hill at a stop and you're letting off your clutch and kind of letting go of that front brake, the motorcycle is not going to roll back on you. It's going to keep your motorcycle in the exact spot as you're applying the gas to help you get up that hill without feeling that slip back on your bike. So that's a very nice upgrade as well. I have to tell you, this is exciting times to be a motorcycle enthusiast. Not only are we just getting killer new models, killer new paint schemes, all the trimmings we could possibly want. But a lot of companies, and especially Harley, is really working on helping these motorcycles become as safe as possible. Look, all of us as riders, we make mistakes, we do. And these little pieces of technology that can help us out just a little bit with some of those braking situations that we need. As I said, being on a super, tall hill, not rolling back when you're trying to shift into gear and get up and going, making sure that your tire isn't going to spin out on you when you're coming into a little bit harder corner. These are exciting pieces of technology. I do know that some people are going to have the usual, well, it's $1,000. I get it. Look, not everything can be for free, my friends. Sometimes, upgrades are upgrades. And when it comes to safety, I think that these are an amazing upgrade, and I do think that it's something that you should research for yourself and look into the Reflex Ride and Defense System and decide if it's something that you want or do not want. The beautiful part about it is optional, so the choice is yours. So look, I hope that you enjoyed this walkthrough on this 2020 Harley Davidson Dtreet Glide Standard. As I said, I'm a big fan of everything that's kind of coming out. The new colors are fantastic. And if you are interested in this Dtreet Glide Standard, please stop out at Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson today. Come throw a leg over it, take it out for a test ride, and enjoy yourselves. If you are watching this video via YouTube and are interested, for an average cost of around $600, we can ship a bike like this from our door to your door. And as always, from the entire Dillon Brothers Harley Davidson family, thank you so much for checking out our videos, and always remember, gear up, ride safe. Thanks a lot.